Alright guys, here's the update on the 1990 Dodge Ram 350. Those of you that know what you're looking at probably can figure out what the problem is. Those of you that don't, I'm going to explain. Most guys don't make videos of their mistakes. I always do, because I like to try to share my mistakes to maybe help someone else not having the same problem. Alright, here we go. This here is called the distributor pickup. Okay, the old one, there's a new one. Okay, this was definitely my problem, no question about it. Okay, you can see the intense, incredible rust in the connector in there. It's just horrific. Okay, not to mention that the wires were actually loose, so loose that when I touched them, they popped right off. Okay, so 100% confident that I had found the culprit of my problems. I went and bought a brand new one. Okay, I didn't even spare any expense. I didn't buy the $25 one, I bought the $38 one. Fully confident that this was going to wrap it up. So, when instructions to installing things are simple, it always kind of scares me. And the instruction installing this is very simple. Okay, you're looking at actually the bottom side of this. It goes in like this. Okay, with the electrical magnet passage here facing downward like this. Okay, into the distributor. And that's all you have to do, very simple, to get it out, is remove these two screws, 1, 2. Well, it's actually these two screws, 1, 2. Okay, maybe you know where I'm going now with this. Okay, I had endless time getting these screws out. They were so damn tight, and the clearance to get to them was just absolutely nothing. Okay, I managed to get the front one out maybe in about a half hour, 45 minutes. This back one here, I'm telling you, man, this thing wouldn't budge, and I couldn't get nothing on it. I had to use a bit, screwdriver type bit, and a 1/4-inch wrench on it. It's the only thing I could fit in there to get it out. That didn't work. So then I had to use the needle nose vice grips, making a 1/16 of an inch turn at a time, and it took me a long time to get that damn screw out. So logically, so much trouble getting the screws out, they're rusted to hell. I decided, well, when I put the new one in, I'm going to put it in with new screws. Seems logical to me. So I went and I bought 2 new screws, and I took the piece with me to make sure I had the right thread. Okay, so took 2 new screws, put this in there, put the new screws in, screwed in, no problem. Piece of cake. Okay, put it all together, go to start the truck, no start at all, 0. Okay, so I thought, well, shit, maybe I got a bad pickup here. Just my luck. But before I did that, I got thinking about it, and I wondered about those screws. I always think to myself, what's different about this? What is different? Is there any element that's different? And the difference was the screw. Now, you probably can't see with the naked eye, but that new screw, okay, is approximately 1/8 of an inch longer than the old screw. 1/8 of an inch, if that much. Maybe even a 1/16 of an inch longer. Okay? Now, the problem with that is, which I didn't know, because what you're looking at here was face down, this piece here. This piece here is called the interrupter. Okay, you see those tits on it? Okay, this thing spins around. It has 8 tits on it. Spins around, it goes past the magnet, and it interrupts it every time a cylinder fires. And that's how it works. This thing goes through here, where the magnet is, where my finger is. Okay? And that's how it works. Very simple. Again, it was on the bottom side of it now after I put this in there. Didn't see it. Didn't even think of it. Had no reason to. Never had a reason to. Okay? The 2 screws go in from the outside of the distributor, obviously. Okay? So this interrupter part is totally and completely blindsided. You don't see this at all because this is on top of it. Okay? So you don't see that at all. Okay. Now, what happened was that 1/8 of an inch difference made all the difference. Because when this thing went around, I don't know if you can see it with your naked eye here on the camera, but this thing got bent. It actually has a tiny crack in it somewhere. It got bent and screwed everything up. And it's fastened into the distributor, not with screws or anything, with these holes here. It's almost like it's like a plastic epoxy, almost looks like wax, to tell you the truth. And that's how it's fastened down in there, which is really actually turned out to be a good thing, because then it let loose, you know, it snapped. And when I opened it up, this was just sitting in there, just sitting in the distributor, and that was it. So there's no way of reconnecting it. I said it has a crack in it. The tabs are bent. All of this because I thought I was doing a good thing and replacing those old screws. Okay, so that's what I got for my ingenious idea of putting 2 new screws in. I actually made a trip to town just to get those 2 screws. I couldn't believe it. Put them in, didn't give it a second thought. But that 1/8 of an inch difference in length that you're looking at right there, that puts a kibosh on this whole job. Okay, so now I'm totally and completely dead in the water. Or if you want to use a pun that's suitable, I'm screwed. Okay, there's 2 screws sitting there side by side. Maybe you can see the difference in the length. I'm telling you, it's nothing. 1/16 of an inch, 1/8 of an inch. Okay, but when you got that on both sides, and particularly, and that thing has such a little clearance when it goes around that it wreaks havoc. As they say, one thing goes wrong, the whole opera falls apart. Well, that's what happened here. So my Dodge is dead in the water. I was lucky enough to go on eBay, and I found a used distributor from a reputable dealer. It came out of a Dodge 350, and luckily I had the tag that came off the distributor. I took it off, and the distributor that he was selling had the exact same number, same tab, and he guarantees it. So I got it for $54 with shipping. Napa wanted $168 for a new distributor, and $54 with shipping, and it even comes with a pickup already in it, cap and everything. So that's the story. I'm dead in the water now, waiting on the new distributor, which they said would be here between Friday and Monday. So that's the update on the Dodge, guys. I screwed up here big time, and I just wanted to share this with you guys so nobody out there makes the same mistake. Alright, if you're going to replace those screws, either make absolutely sure you use the same exact length screw or shorter. Okay, don't make the same mistake I did. I hope this helps somebody out there in the future. Thanks for watching. Welcome, Daniel.